go ahead and call the order of the Board of Aldermen meeting for December 2nd, 2024. May I have roll call, please?
Alderman Sykes. Here. Alderman Dover. Here. City Administrator Mike Welty.
Here.
Mayor Cody Bailey.
Here.
City Attorney Kirk Foss.
Here.
Alderman Charlene Saley. Here. Alderman Connie Shelton. Here.
Everybody join me for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item we have is the consent agenda. We have the council report, the TIF public hearing minutes from November 18th, 2024, and the Board of Aldermen minutes from November 18th, 2024.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Now roll call, please.
Alderman Sykes.
Aye.
Alderman Dover.
Aye.
Alderman Saley.
Aye.
Alderman Shelton.
Aye.
Motion carries. Unfinished business, we have none. New business, we have the 2023 audit presentation. Administrator Welty.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the board. KD Auditing was the auditor that you guys had approved earlier in the year before my time. When I got here, I started working with Kristen DeLuca, the managing partner there, and we got everything finished over about a 45-day period. So in front of you, I put a packet of information here that starts with the audit notes 2023 up in the top left-hand corner. So I'm just going to quickly review this for you. It's all good news. The independent audit report, which is right behind the notes there, the city received an unmodified opinion, which means that after performing the audit procedures, the auditor felt that financial statements were fairly stated. The governmental activity for 2023 increased by over $600,000, and then the business type activity increased by almost $500,000. So you guys had kind of a banner year that year. Again, this is 2023 we're talking about, not 2024. So it was a good year financially for you. Then the next thing behind that, this just kind of goes through all the different statements that she's providing and tells you what those statements mean. I don't really feel like it's necessary for me to kind of go through that with you. There are two letters behind that. The first letter is the letter that is directed directly to the Board of Aldermen, and it just kind of goes through and explains the different things that she did, the different types of things that she looked at. Significant audit matters there is the first item. She really didn't find any problems with what we have there. The final statement disclosures are neutral, consistent, and clear. She did not have any difficulty in dealing with city staff, both before me and when I was here. And then she did list a few things that her and I worked through to fix there. If you look at the top of page 2 of that letter, there was some reclassification of some cash-based items. There was some adjustments to depreciation expense, adjustments to the record of the ARPA transactions, and some reclassifications of some debt payments that had been posted inaccurately, and then the reversal of some pooled cash bank general ledger items that were not needed, and they were reversed. So that kind of goes through that. The final letter is the independent auditor's internal control over financials, and this is probably the most important thing that came out of the audit. The auditor's findings here are that we are not following correctly with separation of duties, if you guys are familiar with that. Some of that had to do with the fact that one of your main office staff was on maternity leave for part of the year, and we just did not have enough staff to kind of make sure that we were still following those rules. I've already talked to Kristen about this in depth. Her and I are going to go over some procedures that I'm going to put in place over the winter. But the real key to this is just having a second set of eyes, review the documents, and then sign them. And if you do that, then you really don't have a problem with internal controls. You just have to have a second set of eyes. So whether it's Megan or myself, we're going to put that into place, and then moving forward, we won't get dinged for that anymore. But anyway, again, really kind of a very positive thing here. Auditors are kind of boring when they talk, so when they say something like an unmodified opinion, and the financial statements are fairly stated, that's almost the best that you're ever going to get from an auditor. So it's actually a very good opinion. If you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them, but that's all I have. Oh, I'm sorry, one more thing I do want to bring up. The board signed a 4-year contract with Kristen. This is a very good thing. It happened before me, but because of the way that the transition between administration happened, and because of all of the extra reconciliation that I had to do, having the same auditor audit you for 24 that did for 23 is going to be very helpful for us, because she's already got an eye on our general ledger and kind of already knows what's coming, because she's going to have the same problem with 24 as she did with 23, because I didn't get here till September. So just keep that in mind. But that's a very good thing, and Kristen has been great to work with. So I'm excited that we're going to get to continue to work with her. She's been very forthcoming with guiding me on some of the things that I didn't know about the specifics with St. Clair. So very pleased with the auditor. So, and this is just a presentation. There's no need to vote, but I will answer any questions if you have any.
Does anybody have any questions? Next on new business is the 2024 budget amendments. Administrator Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the board. First, I want to point out a couple of errors that were found. Sorry, let me get to the right page. We're working on page numbers. I do apologize. Okay, so if you go down to
Up at the top of the other page, Mike, under sewer. Talking all the way down.
right, so under sewer, operations and maintenance, about halfway down that operations and maintenance section, you've got the travel and conference, 5-10-4010. You'll see that that says 1,000 is the current budget, 21,000 is the difference, and 22,000 is the new budget. That's actually $2,200. There's an extra zero there. I do apologize. And then under the parks section, on the very back page, it says 10-10-1003 overtime. That's the right account number, but it's actually part-time employees, not overtime. So that is what that is. So those two errors are all me. That is nobody else but me. So I apologize for that, and would ask that you accept the budget amendments with those two errors, and make sure that when you make a motion to accept, you motion with those two changes. I think you can say as I said. But other than that, most of these budget amendments happened prior to me. I don't have a lot of information to provide you on these budget amendments. What I can tell you is that they're all incorporated properly into the 2025 budget document that you have before you. So the numbers that you're looking at, that you're getting ready to approve, that money's already been spent, and that money is included in the 2024 column of the 2025 budget. So I do recommend approval.
I would move to approve the budget amendments with the corrections as stated.
A second.
May I have roll call, please?
Alderman Sykes?
Aye.
Alderman Doler?
Aye.
Alderman Saley?
Aye.
Alderman Shelton? Aye.
Motion carries. We also have the 2025 operating budget. Administrator Wilson.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the board. You did receive an email from me midweek right before Thanksgiving, which kind of went through the details. Most of those details are in my notes on the budget summary. I don't really feel like it's necessary for me to reiterate any of that information, but there are some differences between draft 1 and draft 2. Those differences are explained in my budget summary. I really did a deep dive after our budget meeting and went through with a fine-tooth comb all of the payroll, as I stated in my email, all of the O&M. And because we're so late in the year, I was really able to kind of dial in the 2024 actual column. And if you noticed, you'll see that that flowed a lot more money to the bottom line at the end of this year and gave us a little heftier beginning balance at the beginning of next year, which is a good thing, obviously. So I'm pretty happy with the budget. Had a great help from the staff here. The budget is kind of built to avoid major budget amendments. I do not like budget amendments, especially when I make errors on them. So my goal is to have as few budget amendments in 2025 as possible. If you have specific questions, I'm happy to answer them. I do recommend approval.
So I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're supposed to wait till we get down here to bill to approve it, which we just did the budget amendment and it should have been a bill.
Which one was the?
We'll just grab one. Well, I know that you said that you don't like budget amendments, but I did notice in your notes where you had mentioned about maybe an additional police officer that we were going to have to kind of hold off on. With the growth that we are experiencing, if the need should arise that we would to have to add that person, albeit later in the year, would that be something that we would use a budget amendment for?
Yes, ma'am. I've already talked to the chief about this and talked to the mayor extensively about this. The plan will be that we will, we're currently short one of our budgeted officers. We will hire that one, and then we will look for the one extra one that the budget allows us to hire. If by chance we can find a cadet that is willing, that is interested, then it will be brought to the board, and you guys will get the opportunity to decide whether or not you want to go ahead and move forward with adding that mid-year, third quarter, fourth quarter, whatever. And if we don't find it, then we'll just add it to the 2026 budget. So one or the other will happen, but I promise you we will communicate with you, and if we find that person, and I know Chief will be in my office as soon as he finds that person, then we'll give you guys the opportunity to add it if you want to. And for that matter, Chris, I'll just go ahead and say the same goes for the vehicle that we talked about as well. We're going to try and get one more year out of Craig's vehicle. It does have significant maintenance issues. We're going to nurse it along. If we're also selling some other vehicles this year, we find another one that's in better condition that we can switch into and save some money, as the mayor had mentioned to me earlier in the week, then that's what we'll do. Hopefully we'll be able to get through the year, and then we'll reevaluate in 26 on that one. But I think those are the two issues that were brought up in my notes. So there you go.
Next, we need a motion to approve the reappointment of Terry Gassaway to the Planning and Zoning Board.
There you want to take this, or you don't need to? This is just a simple reappointment. This person's been on that board, I believe, for many terms. This person is interested in continuing on the board, so this is really just a formality. Your ordinances state that whether it is a reappointment or a new appointment, it has to be approved by the board, so that's why this is here before you.
I'll make a motion to approve this reappointment.
I'll second.
May I have a roll call, please?
Alderman Sykes.
Aye.
Alderman Dolwer.
Aye.
Alderman Salin.
Aye.
Alderman Shelton.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have ordinances.
I'd like to introduce bill number 2024-48 for first and second reading by title only.
Bill number 2024-48. An ordinance of the City of St. Clair, Missouri, amending ordinance number 2146, adopting the 2024 annual operating budget, transfer of funds for necessary expenditures. Second reading, bill number 2024-48, an ordinance of the City of St. Clair, Missouri, amending ordinance number 2146, adopting the 2024 annual operating budget, transfer of funds for necessary expenditures.
I move to approve bill number 2024-48 as read.
I'll second.
Are there any questions about this bill? May I have roll call, please?
Alderman Sykes.
Aye.
Alderman Dolwer.
Aye.
Alderman Salin.
Aye.
Alderman Shelton. Aye.
Motion carries. Bill number 2024-48 becomes ordinance number 2194.
I'd like to introduce bill number 2024-49 for first and second reading by title only.
Bill number 2024-49, an ordinance to adopt the operating budget for the City of St. Clair, Missouri for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2025 and ending December 31st, 2025. Second reading, an ordinance to adopt the operating budget for the City of St. Clair, Missouri for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2025 and ending December 31st, 2025.
I move to approve bill number 2024-49 as read.
I'll second.
Are there any questions about this bill? May I have roll call, please?
Alderman Sykes.
Aye.
Alderman Dolwer.
Aye.
Alderman Salin.
Aye.
Alderman Shelton.
Aye.
Motion carries. Bill number 2024-49 becomes ordinance number 2195. Resolutions, we have none. Attorney Boss?
Nothing, Mayor.
Administrator Welty?
Yeah, real quick, I do want to take the time, this time to recognize everyone that helped me with the budget this year. It was kind of a marathon from when I got here to when you ladies just approved it just a few minutes ago. And the management team was a huge help to me. All of them helped. You guys going through that budget meeting and communicating with you was huge as well for me, a great learning curve for me. But more than any of that, I really want to give my thanks and my appreciation to Caitlin, Megan, and Amanda, because without those three helping me proofread everything, helping me with data entry, especially Amanda. Amanda did almost all of the data entry in this document, just so you guys know.
That was the two.
But I don't know that I'd have been able to get it all done without their help, so I really want to thank them for helping me with that. Other than that, we're looking at kind of ending the year kind of quietly here at City Hall. Most of the money's already been spent, so there's not really much more to do this year other than keep the lights on and keep the heat on and get through the month. We do have the Christmas parade, which I know is a big deal around here. I'm looking forward to it. I do believe this coming Friday, and correct me if I'm wrong, Amanda, but this coming Friday afternoon, I have told my team to be down at Main Street, and it looks like we've got a little bit of work. Jason's told me we can decorate the caboose, and we can decorate the gazebo. I think most of everything else has been done, but it'll be a good time for us all to kind of get out there and put a little elbow grease into the parade this year. So it should be a fun time. I hope we have a good turnout, and I'm excited about going to my first Christmas parade. So that's all I have.
It's a fun time. Do you want to let everybody know that the server was installed?
Oh, thank you, Mayor. Yeah, so last Wednesday morning, we did have Mikey come out and install the server that you guys approved for purchase a couple meetings ago, I think it was. It was back in October sometime. So that the hardware is installed, and later this week they're going to be behind the scenes remotely. They're going to be moving all of the data between the old and the new. And then eventually, hopefully by the end of the year, we'll be able to unplug the old and we'll be moving forward with the new. That was huge for us. Thank you so much to all of you for letting us do that, because that's the lifeblood of the city with the financial software. So thank you very much for that.
Jason, do you have anything?
Just let the board know I got an email this afternoon from the Department of Natural Resources. Oscar will be here on December 11th to do our pre-treatment compliance inspection, which is, we have 5 or 6 industries in town that are regulated by EPA in terms of their wastewater, and we administer that program through DNR. So, and every other year they come and do an inspection of our books to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. So that'll happen on December 11th.
Chief,
Nothing at this time.
do you have any applicants, good applicants for the other positions here? Craig, do you have anything?
Nothing at this time.
Alderman Sykes?
Just that the coloring contest pages went out to the schools 2 weeks ago before Thanksgiving break. And that contest, those pages will be picked up, that deadline is Wednesday. I'd like to ask Mike, if you could have Megan put it on the Facebook page tomorrow, and give everybody one more reminder, and even community members that are not, that maybe their kids don't attend the St. Clair schools that want to put an entry in, they can drop those off at City Hall.
That's already easy. I didn't see it online.
I don't know if it ever made it online. They were printed here at City Hall and taken to the school and distributed to all of the elementary and Murray kids. But I don't know that it ever made it. That's why I said maybe we can put that out there and then leave it open through business day on Wednesday. At least it gives everybody a couple of days. I mean, even if we put the image on Facebook, they should be able to then just print that off at home if we could put it up there as like a...
And you have the documentation, right?
Yeah, Facebook won't take a PDF, but they'll take a JPEG, but they should be able to still print that, I would think, at home. But,
Or we can print them here and have them.
yeah. I was just thinking if they wanted to print them and color them and not have to stop and get it and then bring it back, see what you can do. But if not, they're at the schools. They'll be picked up on Wednesday afternoon before the end of the school day, and then they'll be here at City Hall. They'll all get hung up in the hall. So.
Perfect.
Oh, the only other thing is the park board will not meet in the month of December. We are going to do the Christmas on Main Street event, and then the park board decided, since our meeting would fall on Christmas Eve, and to reschedule it a week later would be New Year's Eve, and the week before would be the Tuesday after the parade. They just decided to forego that and hit the ground running in 25 of January. So there'll be no park board meeting in December,
That makes sense.
except at the parade and Christmas on Main Street event. We'll all be there. So.
You want to talk about any of the events that are happening? Since we don't have a meeting.
Oh, I mean, there's going to be a ton of stuff. There's ornament making in several different places. We're going to host the annual reindeer games between all of the 3 first responding organizations. So that's going to be happen on Main Street at 3 o'clock. There's going to be a cookie walk. There's an escape room in the caboose. There's story time with Mrs. Claus. There's reindeer food making. Not sure what that entails, but that sounds fun. And hot chocolate going to be had, and some food vendors on Main Street. And the snowball fight. Oh yeah. And the snowball fight's at Ability. And then there's a dunking booth happening. You will not find Amanda at the dunking booth. It's going to be cold. But there are several of the community members that volunteered to be at the dunking booth. The Lions are sponsoring that dunking booth, and they are using the funds collected. It's $5 for a chance for a new unwrapped toy, and all of the proceeds are going to the Little Angels program.
Will there be a list of those events? I know
Yes,
in
they're all
previous
on the
years,
event page. flyer
I
for.
want to see those.
Yeah, so they're all being posted one a day leading up to that event, and then hopefully by the weekend, we'll have a list of all of them in one place. I'm working through all of that, but
And will there be something that you can hand to people during the event or at the businesses so that they would know what's going on? We have done that in the past, and it helped people know where to go and how to plan their day.
I will do my best to create something for
Well,
that.
if we're gonna be out there on Friday anyway, Amanda and I can come up with a nice list, and maybe we can post it at various places around Main Street.
That
Help
if you
with
just,
that?
yeah, we just had little handouts in this, they could pick them up at the stores or even before, so that people would know what was going on and they, you know, whenever they stop in, and they can get what, at each event, so they know what's going on.
If you visit the event page on Facebook, each day there is a new flyer, a new digital image that's being posted for each business or organization that is sponsoring an event. So those are going up to hopefully bring more traffic to that event page so that more people through the community get it.
And I saw two, when I pulled those, I saw the reindeer games and the cookie.
Yeah, we
They
can only,
should have posted Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
we only post
and
one a
Sunday.
day.
One a day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday was scheduled. Today was off and they should start again tomorrow for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But we'll have to see.
Where are they getting pushed out? I haven't seen any of them, and I've been trying to grab them so that I can push them out.
They are, you have to go to the city page and then go under events to the actual event, and they should be posted there. That's where I was seeing them.
On the left, underneath like the pictures, because I was trying to help you guys and send them out to membership, and I only had two, and I said I would
I don't
post
know how
them.
Megan set it up, I've been seeing them on there, but tomorrow I can send you.
Would
what's
you
been
please,
sent
and that
out.
way I can grab them and they can be sent out to our membership, which would help y'all.
They're on Facebook.
Yeah,
That's-
they're
that's
all
where-
on Facebook. If you go under the discussion tab, you have to click over to discussion, and
Okay,
then they're
thank
all
you.
underneath there.
I'll pull them,
Yeah.
thank you.
One other thing that maybe we can do, because I know Amanda and Megan both have access to the city website, maybe there's a way we can put them on the website as well. So let's see if we can figure that out. We'll give it a shot. That's fine, I know Megan does, so we'll see if we can add that to it and give it a little bit more out there, so.
This book's not coming to us
Me,
or something.
I'm one of them.
I don't see
My
this.
wife manages my Facebook page, so I don't even go there.
All the sites, did that cover everything?
I think so. I will try though, as Alderman Sealing recommended, and I have a handwritten list of all of the things that I'm making flyers for, and we'll try to get those typed up. That was the goal, was to have something in one place where it listed all of them. But the graphics Facebook algorithm seems to like the graphics more, and so I've learned the more graphics you put out, the more paid the event gets in other people's feeds. And so that was the goal with those. So hopefully by the weekend, we'll have an event list of all of the things in one place.
Do any of the other aldermen have anything? The next scheduled meeting is a TDD annual meeting, which is Wednesday, December 11th at 10 a.m.
Yes.
And then our next regular meeting is Monday, the 16th at 7 p.m. If there's, is there anybody that wishes, from the public wishes to address the board? There's nothing in front of us, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Evening.
Good evening, have a great evening.
Chief, be good?
Photo.
Oh, yeah.
Fine.
Yes.
I'll do it.
You're doing a photo of the mayor and the board at the next board meeting.
Okay.
Okay? Giving all you ladies plenty of notice. But I want a photo of the mayor and the board in the budget this year, so I just want to get a photo like either under the seal or maybe right here centered or something.
Yeah, sounds fine.
I know,
Steve, how you been?
I'm sorry, what,
Hey,
you have questions?
Been a while.
Well, I know. Kind of thing out there. Where we usually cut it out here. Right.
Still hauling horses around all over?
Yeah, I just told her, yeah,
Probably gonna bid that out.
Colorado is.
That'll go out in January.
Yeah, well, all these. Okay.
I haven't seen you guys in a long time. Well, I don't know if I can get away from the bid. Oh, man. Yeah, yeah. I think we all could.
But, yes.
I took it as fun, don't worry about it. I should have caught it. I should have caught it. You know what?
It's all.
I got two mistakes. So you
Well, I just want to make sure that she doesn't pass over on the list of events and stuff, she's gonna do something, I want to add it.
And you didn't hear anything back from the Methodist Church?
No, and I'm gonna make another call, I have their phone number set up, I don't feel like it's too late tonight, I found another phone number for their secretary. Yeah, so somebody for the church that actually the pastor of the church, so I'm gonna call her tonight, and see, and just, even if they're all, even if they're double it. It's so
Yeah.
But I wish you would, because they've done it for many, many years, and if they're not, you know, all those things always have to get everybody's approval, make sure they have it. Deanie is out of town until Christmas, and they decorate that entire downstairs, it's gorgeous when they do it.
Yeah.
And I believe that they were, they got overflows.
Yes.
Good seeing you
Yeah,
too. Take
yeah.
care.
It definitely hasn't been for lack of effort, but sometimes it's just, I feel like communication is sometimes difficult when they don't.
Well, and you don't have the same contacts that everybody else does, so it's hard.
Yeah.